Hello. Hi. It's Sage. I'm back. Um, in case there's any confusion about my name, my mundane name I was born with is Angela. Sage is my magic-y name. And it's kind of weird. Like, I like to have a separate name for anything magical, but like there's a lot of other stuff I don't do that way. Like, I do have an altar, but like I don't even cast circles. And I like to incorporate magic into daily life. I like to incorporate it into the mundane when I remember. Um, so generally they blend for me, but when it comes to my name, I want something separate. So that's where Sage comes from. What are we doing today? Well, you already know because you've seen the title of the video. We are going to go through my oracle decks. It is a much smaller collection than my tarot. You can see some of them right here. I have 3 stacks. Let's see, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There's 15 oracle decks, all right? So, what are we going to start with? We're going to start with my first few. My first 3 were these. So, I don't remember what specifically was first, but I know these are the first 3. So this is the Witch's Oracle. I love it. It is by Marla Brooks and Anya, Aunia Khan, Kahn. I have seen their Facebook page. I think they've done a redo of it, like a second edition or maybe farther off than that. I think I bought this at a local metaphysical shop. So it's really cool. It's just a bunch of like witchcrafty symbols. So here's the little book that comes with it. And it has just a little black and, oh no, they're in color. It has a little color of each of the cards and an explanation. One of the things I love about it is first it describes the thing on the card here. And then it tells you the meaning of the card if you get the card. And then there's an incantation. I love the incantations. So like I turned to Phoenix, right? Under the about information, it has like in Greek mythology, in ancient Egypt, the sun, morning, new ball of fire. The meaning is when you draw this card, the phoenix stands as a metaphor for being reborn. It goes into more detail. I'm not going to read the whole thing to you though. The incantation. I will rise from the ashes, refreshed and renewed. The scars left behind can no longer be viewed. I am fit, I am strong, and on top of my game. All is well in my world, and my world I reclaim. And I love that they rhyme. Their little incantation poems. It makes me so happy. Let's see. I know there was a few in here like I really loved. I have not used this deck in forever. Let's see. Like for Athame, the Athame card, it says the incantation is front and back, up and down, side to side, and all around. Open my eyes to all that is there and allow my judgments to be entirely fair. Interesting. Love. God, I forgot how much I love this deck's incantations. Ugh. I need to start writing my own incantations. Okay, so here is the cards. Now, these cards are hard to shuffle because they're a little sticky. They're a little tacky feeling, and then they're also shiny. You can kind of, when I look, you can see my eye reflection in it. Isn't that fun? I don't remember how easily I was able to shuffle them. They're kind of clumping together is the problem. So let's look at a few cards. We have Unicorn. Hang on, I'm gonna adjust this just a little. There. That's better. With my elbow resting on my desk to show you, it was like more like down here, and I don't like that. So we have Unicorn. We have the Bell, which I just read its incantation. Celtic Heart. And the Full Moon. Ooh, love a full moon. Highly recommend this deck, though. It is very cool for witches. It's a magnetic close, I think. Is that magnetic? Yeah, it's magnetic. Isn't it cute? I love it. I'm curious. What was the full moon incantation since we drew that card? I wish to see what was hidden before. The time is right to open that door. My power is strong and perception is keen. Allow the fates to now intervene. Again, very cool. I totally forgot how much I love the incantations. Okay. Witch's Oracle. Either somewhere in my first 3 of all time. Of all time, that is my first 3 I got. Okay. This is Wisdom in the House of Night. Okay, this is a deck based on a book series called The House of Night. It's kind of a young adult type thing, written by PC Cast and Kristen Cast. PC and Kirsten. I don't know if it's Kirsten or Kristen, but they're a mother-daughter team. They actually live in Oklahoma, which is where I'm at. Well, I don't know that they live here still. They're from here. And so there's a lot of, in the books, there's a lot of reference to places I know, which is kind of cool. Great series of books. It's about a witch school, basically. It's vampires, isn't it? It's been so long since I've read any of those books, but they're in a witch school, and the goddess Nyx is like the one who is like worshipped there, and the one who gives our main character blessings and such. And they cast circles, so there's a lot of witchcraft in them. And Colette Baron Reed actually worked with them to make this deck, which I thought was really cool. I think this was before she was as big as she is now. Let me see, when is the copyright for this? First edition, 2012. 11 years ago. So, in the book, the guidebook is nice. Okay. Black and white pictures, but that's okay. What I really like about them, this is your info on what the card means. This little bit here, this is a message from the goddess Nyx. If you're not familiar with Nyx, she is the primordial personification of night in Greek mythology. I love her so much. She's been one I've worked with before. She's one I've like felt tied to before. And when I wanted to get messages from her, I use this deck. So very cool stuff here. Let's grab a few cards so you can see what they look like. These cards are slightly on the, again, they're shiny, just like the other ones, right? You can see all the reflections. I don't remember if these were hard to shuffle. I'm going to do it here in a minute. Silver gilding on the edges. And then this is what the cards look like. Okay, see, it's hard to do because of that glare. Okay, I think that they were fine to shuffle, though. Yeah, they're not too bad. They're a little tacky, but nothing bad. So, I have so many favorite cards in this deck. It's ridiculous. So, let's see. Okay, so like here, this card is the High Priestess of Air. Okay? Now, let's see what it says. Let's see. High Priestess of Air is on page 38. It says 38. I swear I know how to count. Oh, good Lord. Okay, here we go. So the message, yeah, it is vampires. Good Lord. So here's the bit on it. So we have, you have drawn the symbol of the vampire high priestess of air, the goddess of rational thought. I cannot believe I had a brain fart and forgot they were vampires. Logical thinking, reason, and using your mind to consider the next right action are the qualities encouraged by my vampire high priestess of air. That makes perfect sense. Yes, kitty? Hang on, I have a visitor. Hi, Odin. Come here, sweetie. What you doing? Oh, let me unplug my keyboard because he's gonna lay on it and God knows what it's gonna do to my recording program. Are you done with me already? You just came to visit for a minute? Okay, thanks, bye. Such a mess. That's my little Odin. Okay, anyway. So it makes sense that it would be telling you this card would be telling you use your logic, use your mind, right? Because it's the air element. Now is the time to think before you act. You are blessed with a wondrous mind and imagination. Your ability to communicate is enhanced when you meet the High Priestess of Air. This is the moment to have reasonable conversations and make calculated decisions. I'm going to turn this down just a little bit and see if you guys can see him. Look, he just laid down. He's such a sweetheart. Okay, now see, we've gone too high up. Fix the webcam. A little more down. Sit back. Good enough. You can see me. You can see the stuff I'm doing. That is what is important. My little baby Odin. Oh, he wanted to join us. Okay, I'm going to just grab one more real quick. Oh, this is one of my favorite cards. It's called Differences. And it has a white cat and a black cat together in like a bowl of fruit that has an orange and an apple. Because you know the old saying, comparing apples to oranges. And this is about differences. Makes sense, right? So let's look at differences, and then we will move on to the next deck, which is a Colette Baron Reid deck, by the way. These are not in alphabetical order. You need to use the table of contents. Differences. Differences. Where are you? There we go. Page 98. Let's see. 98. Here we go. Choosing the symbol for differences asks you to accept that you will not always agree with it. Hang on. Let me get my words. Choosing the symbol for differences asks you to accept that you will not always agree with everyone, and they may not always agree with you. As your goddess, I have seen many things since the beginning of time. Know the intricate differences between all beings are sacred and good. You must learn to accept that others are not the same as you. It's important to allow others to express their own opinions. Consider the difference between an orange and an apple. Both are fruit, but they are different kinds. Is one more valuable than the other? I think not. All creatures, all beings have a right to their uniqueness. Try to see and hear the other person's side if you can. I love that. Isn't that such a good message? That's such a good message. I need to get this deck back out, obviously, because I'm getting goosebumps reading it. Okay, we're going to set that one to the side, because I need to start using that one, apparently. Again. Okay, and then the last one of my first three is the Enchanted Map Oracle by Colette Baron Reid. My husband picked this out. He loves maps. We even have like a big, let's see if I can show you this without showing you the entirety of my messy living room. You see that right there? That USA map? Yep. Oh, now see, I have to adjust it again. Let's not put it quite so high up. Just up just a little more. Okay, there we go. That works. So he was drawn to this one because of the maps, but then he doesn't really use the cards much. He loves to collect them. I showed you some of his tarot decks, and I'm going to show you his oracle decks as well, but he doesn't really use them often. So I love this Enchanted Map Oracle. I really do. Comes with a nice book. Again, Colette Baron Reid. Most cards have 2 pages. Some go on to a third, like this Making a Choice card. And it goes on to the next page too, right here. So, nice little book. And like any of these books that tend to be thicker like this, they're gonna have generally have like what am I thinking of? Reading layouts? Spreads. That's it. Spreads. Card spreads. So like the House of Night had card spreads in it in the book. I don't know if the Witch's Oracle does. I don't remember. But this one does. Here. Goodness. Okay. So, well, it doesn't have any pictures of the spreads. It just tells you what to do. So anyway, nice book. These are gold gilded. Very cool. There's the back of them. I think I forgot to show you the back. Here, put it in front of my face so it'll focus on it. Maybe. Focus, focus. Okay. So these cards are numbered like some Oracle decks. So we have Encouragement, Spark, Magic Prayer, Moonlight. So, beautiful deck. I love the imagery. The imagery is really cool. If you're familiar with Colette Baron-Reid decks, it's like her style she likes to do for art. A lot of it's kind of collage and such. Let's see. Let's just pick one real quick. So, there's always a quote with each one, and then there's an upright and a reversed. So, like Solitude, the quote is, "I am comfortable in my own skin as I detach to replenish my soul." And then it gives you your upright and reverse meanings. Very cool deck. If you are interested in this, if this style looks like fun to you, it's definitely a good deck. I would recommend it. Alright, now we've done my first three. Let's move on. I have 3 Rebecca Campbell decks. This is not going to be easy. This is not easy. This is not easy. Kind of. There we go. The Rose Oracle, the Work Your Light, and the Starseed Oracle. The Starseed Oracle I just did a full video on, so check that out if you're interested in knowing more about this one. So I'm not really going to touch on it too much. The artwork is basically the same in each one. The books are very similar, just, you know, different cards. So the Starseed Oracle is obviously geared towards starseeds. The Work Your Light Oracle was before these two, I believe. And the Rose Oracle, I believe, was her most recent. Well, I don't know if it's her most recent one. She might have done more decks after this, but out of these 3, this is her most recent one. So, Danielle Noel does all of her artwork for these decks too. So, just going to give you an idea of each deck. We'll kind of look at all of them together. So, here's the book for Work Your Light. So, there is a Work Your Light action or activation, depending on which card it is. So, like Get Grounded, Work Your Light action is do something to get grounded and connect with the earth. And some of them are questions. So, Align Your Life. The Work Your Light inquiry is, what in your life is not aligned or needs to change? So, thought-provoking. Very good. Very good. Love these cards too. So here's the back, roses, and then we'll look at a few of them. So this one is no. And there's a little explanation at the bottom of each one. There's the element symbol, the actual card name, and then the explanation. So this one is wait, postpone, pause, say no. Oh, and then inside the box it says you are the oracle. Council of Light. It says divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realms. Trust the niggle. The niggle. That little niggling feeling. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? So that is the Work Your Light. Like I said, for the Starseed, go to my channel. Go look at my other videos. I have a playlist just of deck walkthroughs, and this one is in there. So we'll look at the Rose Oracle though, because I haven't done the video on it yet. So she has been doing these very cool boxes, and the point is you're supposed to use this for readings. Like your spread might involve doing this, you know. And then there you go. So interesting. Very cool. These say plant yourself here. I'm pretty certain that's like, I don't know, did I turn this where it's right facing, or is it going to be reversed? I don't remember. Okay, here is the book for for the Rose article, very similar to the other books. Oh, look, there. I turned it right to the, forgot the word already, guys. Spreads. Okay. So you can see what we're doing here. And each one of them, again, has a little thought-provoking thing at the bottom. It could be a question. It could be a call to action. I think this one is mainly questions. So, like, the rose thread here is the top card I have. If we look for the rose thread, the rose thread, there we go, page 114. All of these are made like with the same cardstock too. They're all good. Rose transmission. Even when things feel unclear, especially when they do, I trust that I'm always led from within. So nice encouragement. Her decks are very soft. They're not going to yell at you. They're not going to slap you. They're going to gently help you. There is a Rose Oracle attunement. I'm covering my face so that maybe it will focus in properly. Rose Oracle attunement. Very cool. So here's the back. Hide my face again. Okay, the crowning. You can pretty much see the symbolism there of what that means. Morning dew. Temple of the Rose. So like I said, all three of her decks, same cardstock. It is a bit on the thicker side, but they hold up well. And they are a little hard to shuffle. They like to clump together, but it's okay. I needed to put this like a little bit more down because when I'm holding stuff at my height, where I would normally hold it, you guys aren't able to see it. Fix yourself, camera. Now we're cutting off part of my head, aren't we? Ooh, hang on. Let me zoom it out some. I totally forgot. Why don't I just have it back up a wee bit? I apologize for the technical difficulties, okay? Just a little apology. Okay, let's see. Can we go out more? No? We're not doing anything. Oh. I think that's because my recording software is controlling it. Configure video. Oh, zoom. No, I'm not zooming in. I want it to not zoom in. I want it to go farther out, but that's not happening, so. Alright, well, I'll try to remember next time. Anyway, beautiful deck. They all are. They're just gorgeous and soft. And very encouraging and very supportive. Okay, another deck that I love, this is one of my favorite Oracle decks, is the Divine Feminine Oracle by Megan Watterson. I love this deck so much. The artwork is done by Elizabeth Cheever Gesseman. It's 53 cards, 53 card deck and guidebook for embodying love. I love Megan Watterson. I love her books. I've read several of them. So this, the Divine Feminine Oracle, is filled with divine feminine personalities. What's the word? Goddesses? They're not all, though. Like, there's saints and stuff. So, this book is thick. Okay? You have lots of information on each of the women that are shown in the book. Okay? Lots of info. And at the end of each, okay, so this is what you get. When you look one up, First, you have a little quote. I like this is Anandamayamai. 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 Or Ma. Anandamayama. There we go. The joy permeated mother. I am my own guru. I know the self that never changes. First, we have a who she is. So it's giving some info on who this person is. Then it's when your soul selects her card. So that's kind of the like, what does it mean for you? Hang on, I need a drink. Then, soul voice meditation. What does joy feel like in my body? Intention. I am my own guru. I know the self that never changes. So very cool info on each one. I like it. I like it a lot. And I'm just going to show you a few of my absolute favorites. And the first one on here is my favorite. And I look at her a lot. This is Akilanda. She's actually in Hindu religion, I believe. Oh God, I hope I'm remembering that right. I'm pretty sure though it's Hindu. She is the goddess of never not broken. And it says, everything happens for my liberation. I choose to become only more love. I could cry. I really could. I mean, I resonate with her so deeply. Oh, this is the back of them. Obviously a divine feminine representation there. I love her so much. So much. I'm going to put her to the side, actually. I might need to do some meditation or altar work with her. There's a lot of really cool ones. Some of them are goddesses, like Lalita. Nope, she's not. Diana, the Roman goddess of the hunt, the Roman counterpart to Artemis. Mary Magdalene, I love her as well, for lots of reasons. The apostle to the apostles. I am the bridge between heaven and earth. I am fully human and fully divine. So she's very cool too. I like her a lot. And then there's like some saints, like Joan of Arc is in here. Here's Lilith, the first woman. I love Lilith too. The cosmic egg. That's the only one that's not a person. Mirabai, the saint of true freedom. Love is what sets me free. I am married to my own soul. Parvati, that's another Hindu, the goddess of devotion. I'm a love that doesn't leave. When I commit to love, my soul evolves. Our Lady of Guadalupe, the Empress of protection. I am safe and divinely protected. I am held in love at all times. So many like really interesting, like this is another saint, Perpetua. Really interesting ladies. Here's Isis from Egyptian mythology. Freya from Norse mythology. So a lot of representations of divine feminine in lots of different aspects. But it is all geared towards one thing, and that is love. And that's my purpose in this world, is spreading light and love. And doing that the best way I can. So these decks that are really all about love like that, like the three, my rings decided to hook up to each other. Like the three Rebecca Campbell decks, the Rose Oracle, the Starseed, and the Orculite. Those are perfect for my duties on this earth this lifetime, as is this one from Megan Watterson. I love her. I managed to actually get this deck when it first came out, and I actually have an autograph in it from Megan. The cool thing about it, more so, is she just signed it with only more love. And I love it. And I actually did talk to her through Instagram for a little while. I love her as a person. She's definitely a good one. So, okay, let's go with something not as heavy. How about that? I mentioned this one yesterday. It is the Adora Bissell Oracle. This is by Pixel Occult. After this one, I'm going to cut this video and I will do a part 2 because I don't know how to not talk a lot, okay? I apologize. Adore Abyssal. Oh, this is one of my favorites. My next favorite will be probably the next one I do. So this is by Pixel Occult again, like I said. This is the back of the cards. There is no book. I believe, yeah, I don't think he ever did a book with it, but I'm not sure because I haven't looked at Pixel's Etsy in a while or Pixel's website. So like you have Ghost, and the keyword on it is endure. You have, I'm trying to read it backwards, Alkanost, distraction, Kitsune, wisdom. So these are generally like cryptids, or like there's a demon, there's a Dullahan, there's a Cthulhu. I got in on the Kickstarter on this, and I believe the Cthulhu was one of the ones for Kickstarters only. So if you get it, you may not have him in there. Anansi, the trickster spider deity in African folklore mythology. So they're cute. They're nice cards. They shuffle well when you're not me. So enjoyed that. Definitely recommend it. Pixel Occult. Just Google Pixel Occult. You'll find the website. All right, I'm going to cut this one here because we're at 30 minutes. So thank you for joining me. I will do a part 2. It'll probably be uploaded tomorrow. So, because I'm just going to sit right here and do the next part. I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for putting up with my nonstop talking. And have a magical day. Bye.